Welcome, ladies and gents, to this year's SEMA car show. Today, I will walk you guys through the car show and showing you guys all the creatives and how people show their creativities and create greatness and how proud they are to create all these cars at the car show this year. Now, car show has been around for decades, and it has been turned into a cultural thing where people have created cars from just turning regular cars into much and creative and good looking, amazing cars. Like for example, this 370Z is just a regular sports car, but people have changed the color, changed the way it looks, and have made it look way better for it to be presentable and make it into a car show. Now, obviously, I'm also a fan of it, and I recently just got myself one of the car that most people would love to create and have it at a car show. I myself also would like to have my car at the car show sometime in the near future. That being said, obviously gasoline cars aren't really good for the environment, and as we move past to the near future, electric cars help better in the environment and less air pollution. But before I we jump ahead into the combustion engines, let's reverse and look at the three different gears to why combustion engines is better than electric. So first gear we have the history, the performance slash convenience of it, and then we will have the safety. First, let me address the history of the combustion engines. The first combustion engine was made, and for that invention, we were able to have a new way of transportation, and have new ways of developing, new ways to carry goods and stuff all around the world. Obviously, the combustion engine was only made for just transportation only. It also created fun and new ways of cars being driven. We have different cars, how they are supercars. We created Formula One cars to help us entertain ourselves by doing drag races or like races or even NASCAR cars. And then we have semi trucks, which help us deliver goods and many other things around the nations. According to the Museum of American, combustion engines have grown a lot on people because combustion engines help people get from one place to another, and they have been around for so long that we have gotten used to it. Plus, gas stations has been all around for a while, and finding a gas station is pretty common across the nation. Now, let's take a look at different types of the engines. So, obviously, first you started with a four cylinder. It's just a small engine that will help you travel from one point to another without you having to think about or having too much power or risking you getting into trouble with the cops. Now, the V6 cylinders also is similar to the four cylinder, but V6 engines are a little bit more powerful. It helps you get around in the snow time in season because of its power produced, and most people recommend having V6 in their car when you live in a snow area. V8 engines are above V6, which produce more powers. This is most commonly known engines to be in bigger cars like SUVs and trucks and towing trucks and semis, not semis, bigger transporting cars. Now, when we get into V10s, these are basically now we're getting into supercars where they are making them for track races, having fun with them, and all about speeds. Same thing with the V12 is that V12 engines are more likely faster than V10, and it create a shorter distance from 0 to 60. And then W16 is the only engine you can find in a Bugatti Chiron, which is one of the world's fastest engine out there as of right now. According to wheelsforwishes.org, you can find gas station all around the nation more commonly because it has been around for so long, and many people have owned gasoline cars throughout the whole entire, mostly their whole entire life. It, Now you can see the two different charts being compared. That gas stations are a lot more common than charging electric charging station because Tesla number one is costly, and when you're planning on going for round trips and like filter like going long trips, it is better to use gasoline because you can find gas stations very commonly, and you don't have to plan out any kind of routes, and would take less time for you to fill up and instead of 45 to an hour of charging time. Now let's move on to the safety of the car. So with the safety comes um, gasoline cars has the engine in the front, and with that, it helps absorb most of the impact. While electric cars, they are less likely to absorb most of the impact since it has a hollow space up on the front, and the frame is not built to withstand a, an an accident impact. According to streetblogs.org, gasoline cars' frame are built stronger and sturdier than electric cars where they are just made out of plastics or carbon. So as we're getting close to the end of the show, let's how about we step back and let go of the gas and look at our three gears. So we talk about the history of it, and then we talk about the performance slash convenience of it, and lastly the safety of these combustion engines. So before we head off to the show, make sure everyone remember and take pictures of these cars as near in the future we might not see these cars again.